Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to be making some delicious smoked turkey sausages. Stay tuned. Alright, let's go over the ingredients for our turkey sausages. I'm starting with a little over 9 pounds of turkey breast, 3 pounds of pork fat, that's going to give us that 30% fat, 25 grams of fresh sage, 1/8 of a cup of fresh thyme, and these are both chopped up, 43 grams of kosher salt, 20 grams of black pepper, 18 grams of garlic powder, 18 grams of onion powder, 15 grams of ground ginger, 10 grams of cayenne pepper, 10 grams of turmeric, it's going to give it a really nice color, 13.6 grams of pink cure salt, and 160 grams of a non-fat dry milk. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is mix all the ingredients together with the exception of the turkey and our pork. And the reason I'm doing that is because the non-fat dry milk will clump up on you if you just add it in. Another option you can do is add your non-fat dry milk to some water, mix that up and pour that over your meat. All right, so just mix all the ingredients together. This smells fantastic already. All right, so I've got my turkey breast and my pork fat, and these are extremely cold. In fact, I had my pork fat inside the freezer, so it's nice and frozen. So I'm just gonna cut this up into small cubes. About this big, just big enough to fit down the throat of your grinder. All right, so I've got my grinder set up and it is nice and frozen, as you can see right here. Just took it out of the freezer. So just gonna throw a couple pieces of turkey and some of our pork fat down into the throat. And I'm gonna be alternating turkey and fat. Okay, here we go. All right, so I've got the turkey all ground up. I'm gonna throw about 2 cups of ice down the throat of my grinder just to take out all that extra turkey that gets trapped inside my grinder. So here we go. All right, so here's our ice. And that's gonna replace any water that I would have added to the mixture. All right, let's go ahead and add our seasoning to our turkey mixture. Now the milk powder is gonna wanna clump up on you, okay? So just make sure you spread out your seasoning evenly. Time to mix it up. So this is still extremely cold, and those ice cubes definitely helped, along with our frozen pork fat. Just give this a really good mix. All right, I'm gonna add about half a cup of water to start. And make sure I got the nice consistency that I want. All right, so I'm gonna add another half cup of water. It's getting really nice and sticky, and that's what you want. All right, so this is feeling really nice and tacky. It's almost taking my gloves off, and that's right where I want it to be. Check it out. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this, fry it up, and check the seasoning. I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the turkey patty fried up. Let's give it a taste and see how we did. First of all, it smells absolutely delicious. Look at that, nice color in the center. Here we go. Holy smokes, talk about a flavor explosion. This turkey sausage patty has it going on. This is absolutely delicious, and I cannot wait to get some smoke on these sausages. All right, so I'm gonna load up my stuffing canister with this delicious turkey mixture. Pack it in there really nice and tight. Get rid of all of your air pockets. Man, look at that seasoning. Looks absolutely delicious. Well, it looks like we're going to be able to fit all of our mixture into this 10-pound container. I got to tell you, this turkey is very dense. All right, let's load up our canister. Bring down that piston just a bit. Get our stuffing horn on there. All right, go ahead and lower your piston and get that turkey sausage to the tip of your horn. Right about there. Back up your handle. Spray a little bit of avocado oil on your horn. All right, we're using natural hog casings here. So just grab the end of it and stick 2 fingers in there. All right, pick up some of that water. And that's gonna flush the casing, just like that. Place it on your horn and slide it on. All right, once you get to the end, just tie a knot right here. All right, gonna add some water and ice to my pan right here, just to keep everything nice and cold and get that casing to slide around. All right, let's get these stuffed up. Make them nice and girthy. All right, I'm gonna stuff up these casings and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got my casings all stuffed up and I ended up with 2.5 sausage rolls. Now on these turkey sausages, I'm gonna go 7 inches instead of 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches is from here to this first line. The 7 inches is from this line to the outside line. So 7 inches, pinch right here. Measure another 7 inches, pinch, and twirl. Now you want to twirl until this casing is really nice and tight, just like that. Do a couple more for you. 7 inches, pinch. 7 inches, pinch, and twirl. Okay, there you go, nice and girthy sausages. Let's do one more. 7 inches. Pinch, 7 inches, pinch, and twirl. All right, I'm gonna get all these linked up and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I've got the sausages all linked up and I do have a couple of air pockets. So I'm just gonna prick around the sausages here. I'm gonna smoke these in my Yoder Frontiersman. I've got it running at 150 degrees. Let's head outside. All right, so I've got my Yoder Frontiersman running at 150 degrees. Let's load up our sausages. Check out the nice color on these. These are gonna be fantastic. Just gonna spread them out, still linked together. Here's our 3rd roll. All right, so you wanna make sure that none of the links are touching. That way you get a nice even cook and smoke gets all the way around the sausages. All right, so I'm gonna smoke these at 150 degrees for about an hour and a half. Then I'm gonna come outside and crank the temperature up to 175. Stay tuned. All right, so 4 hours into our cook and our sausages have hit 160 degrees internal. I'm gonna go ahead and snip these. Check that out, beautiful looking color. So I've got an ice bath right here, just gonna throw them in there, cool them down. So these sausages smoked for 2 hours at 150 degrees and 2 hours at 175, about 175, 180. And it only took 4 hours to get to 160 degrees internal. Remember that we're dealing with poultry, so you wanna take the internal temperature to 165. Now since this is the first step, I'm only taking them to 160. We'll take them to 165 once I cook them. Now I use this little guy right here to check the internal temperature. That's why the casing's a little bit wrinkled. All right, so these sausages have cooled off. Now let's place about 6 of them back on the top rack and start to cook these bad boys. We're gonna take these to about 165. Look at that. Big old plump boys. So I got my smoker ramped up to 275 degrees. These should only take about 30 minutes. We'll see you guys inside. All right, these smoked turkey sausages are ready, and the total cook time was 4.5 hours, so they cooked really quick, and I took them to 165 degrees. But check these babies out right here. Nice and plump, really nice color shining through that casing. They are still really hot. So let's slice into it and see what we got here. Oh my goodness. Check that out. Super juicy. Look at that just coming out of that. This is gonna be good. Take a couple more slices. That casing is stretched out to the max. Man, look at that color. That is absolutely beautiful. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give our turkey sausage a try and see how we did. But check it out, nice and moist. Here we go. This turkey sausage is packed with so much flavor. And remember, we only used 0.8% of the total weight in salt. Normally I go 1.5%, but for some reason, turkey comes out salty if you use 1.5% salt. So stick to that 0.8% and you will be happy you did. I gotta tell you, this is not the last turkey sausage I'll make. This recipe is perfect. I'm definitely gonna be making more turkey sausages. I'm just gonna be playing around with the ingredients and see what I can come up with. Let's check the snap. You know, I've got some of this buzzed beer mustard from PS Seasoning. This is a hot honey ale mustard. I'm gonna try it with some of this turkey. There we go. Man, these beer mustard that PS Seasoning came out with are fantastic. And believe it or not, it pairs extremely well with this turkey sausage. I want to thank PS Seasoning for sponsoring this video. If you guys are into making sausage, check them out. Check the links inside the description box and get yourself a nice discount on your sausage making supplies. I hope you guys enjoyed this turkey sausage video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe Spit Barbecue. See ya.